Thank you for watching this Last Mile Profits video.
We all love places like Cordoba and Naples. Certainly our producer likes the latter, but it's a real nightmare for parcel delivery. To find out more about the issues and how to solve them, take a look at the latest Last Mile Profits video.
Experience the future of convenience with modern Expo parcel lockers. Cutting-edge innovations that bring parcel delivery to a fundamentally new level. Follow the link in the description to find the best solution for your business.
Gary, do you want to hear my Naples story?
Well, of course.
It's actually not really my Naples story, although I had an absolutely amazing trip to Naples in the middle of COVID when the city was, believe it or not, empty. But this is a different story because our producer had just come back from vacation and, he looked at the city through the eyes of a parcel guy and said, wow, very congested, very tight roads, undulating geography, nowhere really to set up a good Pudo location or, frankly, even a locker location. How do you deal with it? And I thought, Gary, this could be a good discussion for us to have today. What do you think?
I think it's not bad. I went to Cordoba in Spain back in June on my way to visit a friend, actually. And I have to say, I hired a car and I can't help wishing I'd hired a narrower car. I swear to God, at some point, the wheels were rubbing on the curb on both sides. So how a guy would get any kind of commercial vehicle, a van or a delivery car of any kind through those streets in a time-effective manner. I don't think I got out of first gear for about 25 minutes as I weaved my way through this labyrinthine, beautiful city, but it was like a labyrinth. And delivering there, I couldn't even think about it.
So for the uninitiated, the friend that Gary was visiting is here. But getting back to the serious business, I think this is a really big issue. And perhaps, Gary, this is one of the most compelling arguments for out-of-home delivery, because the poor postie or courier that has to go from door to door in an environment like that has his work cut out or her work cut out.
Well, I think there's a couple of things here. One is, if you don't walk that walk every day, some of these little alleyways, passageways, doorways, apartments, number 472C, how do you find them all? So when that delivery guy goes on his holiday, who finds their way around these sort of almost prehistoric street plans? And the other one is, like you say, people ordering more and more, bigger and bigger things, more and more things in bigger packages. How does that possibly work? So I shudder to think. We talked about electric vehicles before, electric bikes. Has to be the answer. Something half the width of a car.
And Gary, of course, the poor guy or girl that gets to the house in the old town that doesn't have a lift, and the person is living on the 5th floor, and you have to deliver this slightly heavier parcel, which I think can be up to 31.5 kilograms according to EU law. Ain't too much fun, I'd say.
No, it won't be, especially if the person isn't actually at home. So come and collect it from the post office, come and collect it from the Pudo. If you can find space for a locker in an environment like that, then it has to be the answer. Much easier to unload 20, 30 parcels into one location and then move on to the next big stop than try and find 10 or 20 tiny sort of sub-premise locations in a tight alleyways.
So, Gary, the writing is on the wall. We need more Pudos and lockers, consolidated points for collection and for drop-off of parcels. It is beginning to happen. I think, you mentioned Cordoba, which of course is in Spain, not far from my pad, as it were, in Estepona. And you can already see that Correas is doing things. Impost is there. Who else is there, Gary? There's I think there's something called Pudo as well, actually. There's a few players setting up here. I actually think that Italy is going to be the next place where this will take off. I know that Posta Italiana is doing stuff with DHL. All the big players, GLS are there, DPD via BRT are there. So it will be happening. And honestly, it's got to happen because it's the only way to deliver an efficient last mile in a, what did we say, congested historic centre.
No, I completely agree. Something has to give, and even if it's just to contain the cost of doing it, it must be incredibly expensive to find your way around these places and you've got density on your side, but the complicated environment must mean another solution has got to be viable.
Well, look, what would be interesting if our viewers, if they've got any examples of either where this has really worked, where carriers or posts have actually got their acts together and developed a really efficient out-of-home network for densely populated, historic, congested urban areas, then please drop us a line, send a link, give us some information.
I'd love Carreras to
Also,
come and tell us we're completely wrong and it's easy. I'd love to read that. I'd love to hear
absolutely.
how do Carreras do it. They've been doing it for hundreds of years. Come and tell us how they've mastered it. It'll be great.
Well, to be fair, based on my experiences on the places that I've been, it's actually pretty difficult to do it. So, let's see, maybe I'm a little bit too skeptical here, but I think, yeah, let's have stories that have worked, stories that don't work. And above all, please help us keep these videos free for you by subscribing and liking. And of course, if you think there are things we can do better, then also drop a line, ideally in LinkedIn, because that's the platform that we tend to observe most. Gary, as usual, it's been fun. Thanks for your time. Looking forward to more holiday stories in Last Mile Profit.
Thanks for watching this Last Mile Profits video. For more up-to-date last mile news and analysis, subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on LinkedIn.